Yeah, we are back. So sorry about that. So sorry about that. Okay, so I'm listening to you. I can hear you very. We're still
Okay.
talking about how you manage your friendships. You talked about networking. Instead
Mm,
of blocking some people, you should actually know that some of them are your networks. They can network you
mm,
to other things, other
mm,
places. It doesn't
mm.
have to be it doesn't have to be, what would I call it? It doesn't have to be that this person is actually my friend. The person can actually be your
A
acquaintance,
business,
can help you,
yeah,
a business
yeah,
partner, yes. So I'm
yeah.
listening to you, please.
Yeah, so I was talking about how I've never blocked anybody. I don't think it's because I'm one, I like everybody. I'm not blocking. I am angry with people. There are many people I'm angry with, but I always I'm very angry with many people, which is part of life. But I would say
Yeah.
I always like to show my I, I I think it's important to not act in the moment. It's important
Yeah.
to not act in the moment. Maybe calm down and see if that person is what is it called? I know a friend that will always, anything that happens, she will block somebody, even though she asks you to help her pick her up, and all of a sudden you maybe don't come pick her up, she will block you, and then the next day she will need
Wow.
you, and then she will be like, "Why did I block this person?" And I'm like, "You see why you don't need to actually just be in the moment and block somebody." So I guess I
Honestly.
me not blocking somebody doesn't mean I'm not angry, but I show my anger in other ways. I'm not angry
Yeah.
texting them with anger, sending angry texts, but maybe I just give that person space, like, maybe that person is just for business. And I think this is another
Yeah.
important thing with male and female friendships too. I feel like
Okay.
I find women who can have guys on their contact list and still just, have good conversations with them. I mean, it's not like there are some women that maybe are not dating all those men, but for
Mm.
some reason she's like, oh, this person can be a friend. That's something I started learning too. Like, not because you don't have a romantic relationship with this guy, then
Mm.
and he's kind of your spec too, just because you can't have a romantic relationship with this person and that's what you wanted, does not mean, okay, this person, boom, out of my life. Like, if you're actually thinking, let's say, out of the box, you can be like, okay, that person is not it, but he's not going to be my boyfriend, we're not vibing. But actually, when we talk about business, we vibe. Or when we talk
Okay.
about, there's this thing he's doing, I want to do, and he's doing well with it, like, so I think it's very important to understand that relationships, friendships, there are different levels to it, and
Yeah.
it's good to be comfortable, find a comfortable spot with a person you want to be in a relationship with, whether it's friendship or family, romantic relationship, whatever it is.
Wow, I love that.
Yeah.
Wow, we have really talked a lot. Well, like you said, I'm an engineering girl, so I can resonate with what you said.
Mm,
Um, it doesn't mean that because I'm friends with some guys in my guy friends in my department, doesn't mean I have to date them.
mm,
I have learned a lot when it comes to things like, oh, computer things and all that. Even some
mm.
things that they ask me to do in my workplace, I learned it from being friends with them.
You see?
And I think
Mm,
from what you were trying to say is, the thing that I feel that you should have added is also
mm,
that when there are boundaries, people understand that
mm.
there are lines that they cannot cross.
Good. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. So when there are boundaries, the people realize that, oh, okay, this is just strictly business, nothing
Yes.
more, nothing else.
Mm-hmm.
And then when the guy tries to you know how to talk to him.
Yeah.
I come from a place where sometimes he may be like, oh, I'm just stop it. A person may think that you're just playing, but meanwhile you are
Mm.
being serious, but
Serious.
you are
Yeah.
not being firm. You are not being firm
Yes.
on your words. So
Mm.
I think creating boundaries to is actually
In
important for
relationships, yes.
yeah, relationship and friendships also,
Yeah.
because there's some friends that may not know that there are some boundaries that they don't cross.
Yes.
You get
True.
exactly.
True.
So we have almost come to the end. We have almost come to the end. I'm so glad. Thank you so much.
Thank
Okay, so the
you.
last one, you're welcome. So the last one is what you have really talked. Okay. What are the most important lessons you've learned so far in your 20s?
Hmm.
Yeah. What's the most important lesson? You can drop
Important
one or two.
lesson. Okay. Mm, I would say it's good to understand that there are some things you expect that don't actually come your way. It might be that that's not the right time for it. It might be
Yeah.
that um, maybe it's not meant for you to, you know. And it's good to understand that you shouldn't blame yourself just because what you're expecting is not coming. You know, for example,
Yeah.
it might be some people that want to get married when they are like 23, but then maybe they are not mature. I don't know what the maturity level would be to get married, but maybe they're not even financially stable. Maybe they don't know they might be doing it. Let's say for guys who I would say there's a lot more expectation, like they should have some finances on ground to start a family, but they might be trying to get married because they are trying to please their family. Oh, their mom wants, African parents. I want my grandchild. I want,
Grandchildren.
uh
Yeah.
so, and then they might not know because maybe they are not so exposed, and where they are, everybody that's 23 wants to get married, but God has a different plan for that person. Maybe they're supposed to go become a computer engineer at the age of 28 and get married when they are 30. And to them, they're like, why is this not going the way I want it to go? So it's good to understand that. And that's something I've learned. One big lesson that, okay, you graduate, this is what you want for yourself. Sometimes it might not be that. Sometimes it takes baby steps. You want to just take one step and then boom, you're already
One
there.
huge step. Yeah.
Yes, but sometimes it's actually you have 15 baby steps to get there.
To
And
learn, and it's those processes
yes,
will help you learn. Yeah.
yes. And
I
another
agree with
thing I
you.
learned with those baby steps is that actually those baby steps are there for you to develop values that when you get to that place you want to be, you're able to maintain it.
Exactly.
Yeah, because I've noticed that I'm always like, when will I actually get to this big boom? It's not a one day thing. If you get there,
Mm-mm.
I'm sure you don't want to go down. You understand?
Mm-mm.
Somebody once told me a poor man will never become, a poor man who becomes rich will never become poor again. They will do
Yes.
everything to stay where they are because they
Possible.
know what it means to be poor. You understand?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
I would say when you get to wherever it is you want to be, I'm sure you want to maintain it. You need skills, you need connections, you need your network system. So those 15 baby steps are actually maybe there for you to develop those things that
Yeah.
might take time, the time that you're like, oh, I want to just get there, and then you actually build those things because managing a team, if you're a CEO, managing a team, I see CEOs and I'm like, those ones are actually doing the work because some people some people will make the ones down at the lower level do all the work and they get all the glory. But those ones that are managing systems that are running good, they are benefiting, there's profit. It's not easy. There are sometimes some people will
Yeah.
come complain, and then you're also going through your own, maybe in your family, and then somebody that was supposed to complete a project just dropped out. Oh, I'm leaving the company, and now you are like, so maybe those 15 steps you took, maybe you worked under a CEO, you observed how this person did his things, how this person,
Yeah.
ran the company, or maybe you worked even at the lowest level. You understand what it
Yeah.
means to be at that lowest level. So when you are now a CEO, you're like, I was there before.
Yes.
I
There's nothing you can
understand.
tell me that I've not seen before.
Yes, and I know how it feels to be
Exactly.
treated like this. I feel like some
Yeah.
CEOs that come in and greet the janitors, the cleaners, they understand what it means to be a cleaner. They understand what it means for a CEO to say hi. You go get coffee, you hand the cleaner coffee, or you hand them maybe a candy you bought, and like, oh, I had one in my pocket. You are friendly with them. Tell me, that cleaner will do you think they'll be happy working there? They're like, my CEO likes me. Oh. My CEO
Mm-hmm.
values me, values what I'm doing in this
Yeah.
company. You understand? Or even if it's a hotel, the CEO will come in. When they come in, they want to talk to all the workers. They want to say, oh, how is it going? Do
Yeah.
you have any complaints? Sometimes they won't do anything about it, but just for them to be heard. You understand? It says a lot. So maybe those are the things you learn during those 15 baby steps. You understand? You see people do it, and then when you get to where you want to be, you are able to actually maintain it. So
Yeah.
my dear, that's one thing I've learned too. And I'm it's hard to actually stick with this lesson because some
Mm.
days are like, I beg, I'm done. I want to just get there. But then it's actually important to keep reminding yourself, oh, and that's where it comes in with the making use of your now to better
Yeah.
the later. So that's a good
The later.
example of that thing we were saying before. So yeah, I would say those
Yeah.
are two big lessons I've learned.
Wow. Okay. For me, one important lesson I've learned so far
Mm.
is, how will I put it? Because my head is all over the place. You
Mhm.
have really to put some things in my head that I will
Um,
really, really go and ponder
mm.
about later on.
I'm glad. I
I will
guess that's what the podcast is for. I hope everybody
that
else that watches will
exactly,
learn something from
exactly,
it. Yes.
exactly. So I will say one of the things I will say is always try to make use of your situation. I like I said before, it's
Mm.
one thing I resonate with a lot because um I have been in situations where when I started my YouTube channel, everybody was like, YouTube, what do you
Mm.
know about YouTube? But I
Patience.
never give up. Patience,
Mm.
never give up and make use of your
Mhm.
situation. There are
Mm.
some things that when they told me I could not do it those days, when I look at myself now, I'm like, wow, is this me? Like,
Mm.
is this really me? And another thing is that just know that life is a process. And for the fact that, like you said before, for the fact that something has not come does not mean you should relax.
Mm.
Make sure that you are always at that point so that whenever it is time for you to move, you will not be found
That's
wanting.
a very good one.
You
Yes.
understand?
You are
So you
ready
must
to
be that
go.
is ready. Exactly. I wanted to just say it now. Just make sure that you are always on the go and never ever feel that because you are not somewhere you are not worth it. You are
Mm.
very much worth it.
Mm.
The fact that we may not be in systems that may appreciate us as human beings does not mean that we don't have people that appreciate us.
AKA
And when
Nigeria.
you can say that, you can say that
Oh,
again.
I love my
You
country,
can really
guys.
really
Don't
say
mind
that
me.
again. You can really say that again. So for as somewhere that you don't feel appreciated does not mean that you should just relax and be like, okay, because I'm not appreciated, that's the end of the world. No. Make sure you make good use of whatever situation you find yourself and make sure that it is positive, not negative.
Mm.
That's all. That's
Mm-hmm.
all.
That's a
Thank you
good one.
so, so
Thank
much.
you. Wow, this
Thank
was very
you so, so much.
interesting,
I'm telling
very
you, I didn't even,
valuable,
we will still
beneficial.
do this. We will still do this another time.
Mm-hmm.
And this is not just the end. So we'll keep on coming and coming and coming and
Yes.
talking. We will not only be talking only about, twenties. We have things like family, marriage, relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And you are not the only one who is going to be here. We are many
There are
that are going to
many
be
in
here.
this family,
We are
yes.
many.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we are many. So you guys should stick around. You will still see her face more, but you will see some people that will still come once in a while to come and talk. So thank you, Sharon. Don't mind
Thank
me. I
you.
almost said Miss Sharon. Whew, me and formality. So
Oh,
thank you so much. Let me do
thank
my final
you.
closing. So um if you are just watching for the first time, please don't forget to subscribe. Give this video a like. If you are listening, please don't forget to hit that follow button so that you do not miss out on any podcast that we're going to drop. Okay, we are reloaded. This is reloaded. This is the is this the last quarter? Almost the last quarter, right? This is
Mm,
the third end, almost this is the ending of the third quarter, and the last quarter we are going to be bombarding it with different types of talk
mm,
that we have seen and want to discuss. So
mm,
stick around, guys. If you are on the YouTube channel, don't forget it is Light Talks with Lisa, and we are going to name this segment very, very soon. So you
mhm,
guys know what this segment is all about. Okay,
mm.
this is just a subsidiary on Light Talks with Lisa. So thank you so much for joining, and I
You
will
should
see
probably
you.
mention my
We are
YouTube
on.
channel too.
Yeah. Okay, I'll give you opportunity to talk. But before I give you opportunity to talk, don't forget that we are on Audio Mark, we are on Spotify. Is it Spotify? Yeah, we're on Spotify, and we are on Apple. I think Apple Music or Apple Podcasts. I think so. Sorry, I'm still trying to get a hang of it. And thank you so much, Miss. Thank you so much, Sharon. Please, can you just give us your YouTube handle? It is at what?
It's at Sharon Wabia. Please follow me. You enjoy what
Oh,
I put on
service.
there. Can you hear me?
Sorry.
Hello?
Oh, okay. Yeah, can you hear me now? Can you hear
Yes, I've
me?
been hearing you. I think it was just
Okay.
maybe you were not
Yeah.
hearing.
Okay. So
Okay,
can you?
so
Yeah, I wasn't hearing you. Mm-hmm.
no problem. So my YouTube channel is called Sharon Wabia. Please follow. You will see stuff you like on there. If you have suggestions on things you want to see on my channel too, you can also put it down in the comment section on one
Exactly.
of my videos. And I really love it here. This is something we both have wanted to do for a long time. So you'll be
A
seeing
long
more.
time.
Yes, you will see more of these kinds of talks
Yeah.
on this channel. So yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
Thank you so so much. So for those who don't know how to spell her name on YouTube, that is Sharon, Sharon space Wabia, Wabia. So
N
thank you so
W
much,
A
Sharon.
N
And
W
sorry, NW.
A
Oh my gosh. Sorry,
N
Sharon. Sharon is Sharon space Wabia,
W A B I
Nwabia.
A. I For
Thank
some
you
reason I
so
heard
much.
when you said the Wabi, I heard WABIA, and I don't blame you because the Sharon ends with an N. So I'm sure you just went on to the
Yeah, exactly.
WABIA.
Exactly, exactly. So thank you guys for joining. I will see you in our next podcast. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Okay. Yeah.